Wake up! Wake up! What is dark matter? Okay, we don't know. That's great. That's why it's called dark. It's exactly. Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The Earth is flat. It's like school.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Happy Friday, my friend.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. TGIF.
It's Friday, my dude.
It is Friday, my dudes. You know, I was even up early, and I'm still just feeling about 2 steps behind where I think I should be. Welcome to Ironworx right here on freeworld.fm. Also on our YouTube channel. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Guten Tag. Or Totten Gooden.
Yes.
Or any of those things.
I'm reasonably certain Zack is
But
here.
yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I know I see a picture of Zachary on the call, so he's here in spirit at least. I am still trying to. There we go.
I don't know. Skype is insane. Well, I don't know. Like if I have Skype open, the actual app open, none of the buttons work. None of them. Or if they do work, I hit it and it's like 8 to 10 seconds later that it registers. Now, if I hit the home thing, when I open Skype, if I hit the home on my phone, it makes Skype into a little box. Then all the buttons work fine. That's how I have to do Skype, is from that little tiny box. I never get to do Skype with the actual app open on my phone. Insanity. I don't get it. And it's not just this phone. It's like every phone I've ever had. I don't get it. But it's Friday the 13th. How we doing?
Oh, not too bad.
Oh, is it Friday the 13th? I thought you were doing it because Halloween was here. You think you're a couple steps behind, buddy? Oh my God. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense than thinking, oh, well, I guess it's Halloween. Josh is in the spirit.
Boy, am I.
Oh, help me, help me. I'm typing. I can't talk and type. You don't expect that from me this early, do you? Come on.
You just can't even do one.
Well, my point. But I'm saying hello to the people.
Well, tell him I say hey.
I'll tell. Hey, y'all. Josh is here and he said, hey.
Man, Flattoberfest
one day.
is coming up.
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead, sir. What?
I was just saying Flattoberfest is coming up here real quick.
One day? That's what I was saying. I don't know what I was going to say. I just went with there's somebody I haven't typed to yet. If I miss you, and by the way, I am not excluding anybody intentionally. If I don't see your thing when it does the skip, flip, trip stuff, and you feel out it or slide it, or one of those words, you just fuss in the chat. You say, Walter, the hell are you doing? I'll tell you. Zombieing. Where was I? I think I'm on Laura. What's up, Laura? And then I forgot the exclamation. Look, there's the exclamations. You got a 2-part one this morning, Laura. Oh, well, Zach is here. I did hear him. How are you, Zach? Oh, man.
Oh, not bad. Tired.
Tired?
Cool.
I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, waking up, though.
Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
And
A little chilly. Down in the 50s.
Yeah, it was here. Kind of getting there. All right, we've already got piano music up on the free world, so that's a good thing to hear.
that's probably just silence detector, I'm guessing, because it looks like I'm still.
Okay.
I was having
Well, then we
trouble
should talk.
on Wednesday. It was not staying connected. But that's because it was somehow all the audio outs got changed mid fucking stream.
Well, you know how I do. They're trying to keep you on your toes.
Uh-huh.
Not just a streaming service. It is a trial by error. I don't know. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. I see Liz giving the love to me and the kitty. So, yeah, I chose to withhold a bit of information on Wednesday's show because I was really feeling down on myself. I have become a multi-cat dad here at my home. Not intentionally, but more than filled with gratitude because they are like just little walking joys and little hearts, and they have, you know, done amazing thing for my heart. That being said, you know, you know, I was concerned about where they were under the steps, it being that cold. At least here's something like a blanket or a towel or whatever I could figure out to get next to them they could snuggle up into, because, you know, trying to be that good cat daddy. And I just wasn't feeling like something was wrong. And I looked with my camera and there were no cats to be found. And so I started paying attention to her to see where she was going, and she would come from this direction, she would come from that. She just really didn't seem like a mother cat who had 5 kittens waiting on her somewhere. She would lounge around on the steps and hang out with me underfoot, get a snack, follow me around the yard while I'm looking to see where she may have relocated them. And where I'm located, for her to be within the range of me seeing her within seconds of going out the door, they can't be too far, you know, logically. So I'm looking everywhere, and I don't see them. And so the next day, don't see them. That night, the night before, like Tuesday night before the Wednesday show, I went out there to feed her a little later because we had done some things that day at the grandbabies. And when I opened the door, there was a possum on the step, hissing at her. She was hissing at it. There was a very low key, nothing like, wow, crazy, just, hey, you're in my food bowl, and hey, I want your food, kind of hissing at each other. Nothing too crazy, but of course my first thought was, oh my God, now I know what happened. The kitties, because, I mean, you know, we are here in the, like, 180 feet, I guess, or maybe 200 or so from the bayou back there, where are, you know, lots of little predators. So I was upset, like literally crying Tuesday night when I thought that they had been done away with. And I didn't want to get everybody down on the show Wednesday, so I figured I would just keep that to myself and talk to somebody about it off the thing. And sure enough, I let Liz and Big Zombie might have been on the call, Nemo, after the show that day, just to get it off my chest, because it was weighing heavily on me, because I already felt overly, you know, guilty for having to keep her outside. Even though we tried to reintegrate her, it just wasn't working out. And so I was already weighing heavy with that, and now this. So I was just distraught. And so, you know, nature and Liz helped, and everybody comforted me a bit, and it was great. Yesterday, or I guess the night before, I'm so lost on time now, this week has got me all upside down. But anyway, went out there, heard some noise, looked around, there's a cat, a kitten under my feet. Like, are you kidding? So they're fine. Found all 5. They're all wandering around. I have a video. I'll send it and show everybody. So believe me, I was walking on clouds the next day when I knew they were okay.
I bet. That's awesome.
Oh, it was just, in fact, I'm going to have to take I'll have to take the audio off the video I made, because I'm just like a gooing idiot. Oh, look at y'all. Yeah, so I'll mute it before I send it.
I want to see the unedited version.
Same.
But they're like the spot tradition when I say one of them is spotted, There might be some Dalmatian in there. It is nuts. I'll show you guys here in a minute. So if I'll figure out how to get it to the to the show, give me a little while. They are, Liz. She said they are so healthy looking. Yeah, I knew she would be a great mama because of the way she was nuts about the kittens that were not her. So yeah, definitely a relief and a lot of joy. And now more hands full than I have, but it's worth it. So, in fact, the granddaughter stopped with us. We picked her up from school, and on the way home, we forgot we had some little, knick-knack things we'd gotten for them. So we stopped at the house to pick them up. And of course, as soon as she saw the kittens, even though we didn't plan on stopping for long, she was out of the car and naming them. So yeah, it's already, oh, can I take them? It's like, yeah, please take them. So we're trying to get that instituted because they have a great place for cats. They're right next to a cane field, a lot of hunting. Of course, a lot of hunters, but they've had quite a few cats go through over there. But I know they'd be well loved and have some kids to play with. But anyway, I'm enough about the cat catch up. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all listening.
So tomorrow's the eclipse.
I know. I was thinking about that too. I've got a little how to view it story. Oh, I may not have dropped it actually, but it's sitting here on my phone. I know.
I'm looking at this stupid article about it. In this article, it's just about where to get your official NASA approved solar eclipse glasses. If it's not NASA approved, you should look elsewhere, it says. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Oh, where's it? Okay, it's a USA Today. But let's see. Never give the time of the eclipse. Don't show a picture of it. They show a wrong picture of the eclipse coming from like the East Coast and going down to Texas or something like that. Okay. According to NASA, the only safe way to watch an eclipse is through a pair of approved solar eclipse glasses or a handheld solar viewer. And then they go on to tell you where you can buy them for $1 a pop as long as you buy them in bulk of 50.
A bargain.
And then a list of 10,000 libraries that they handed out 5 million solar viewing glasses to. Or you can go and purchase. Some of them that are approved by NASA, of course. Now, they got to be approved by NASA. Remember that. Some of them cost up to $20 pair.
Put some little paper fucking
Yeah.
glasses. Okay, whatever.
It even says it for
last time. Me too. I'm sorry.
Paper optics. American paper optics costing up to $20 are for sale. And you have to have NASA approved eye protection or else you could go blind. That's what it says. Jeez. It even tells you to turn to Amazon. You can't get to one of these. They don't want people looking at these things. Have you ever heard of anybody going blind from looking at an eclipse? There's somebody that does it. There's a bunch of people that do it every single time.
Yeah, we heard a few last time around. Idiots. Very idiotic stories about idiots doing idiot things. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking bad about the NPCs again.
So what time does it start? That article was garbage. I don't even know what.
Well, actually, I don't know. I'm trying to find. I thought I had dropped the story. I did not. I was probably reading it this morning as I was puttering around and getting ready.
Should I play a joke on the neighbor ladies and tell them that I'm taking away the sun?
If they don't know, why not?
Tell them you want $25,000 or you're not going to give it back. I have I've taken it hostage, and I require a ransom.
I built a giant disc in the sky. Mr. Burns.
Okay, so it will start. Ring of Fire stage. Okay, wait. That is not when it starts. That is when the ring happens. Okay, a bad answer to the question I asked you, Google. Thank you. Okay, so the first U.S. location to experience it will be Oregon at 9:13 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which will be 12:13 p.m. Eastern Time. But prior to that, it'll be off the West Coast and not really easily viewed by anyone. It will then pass through 7 other states. And what else? Here's an interactive map. Oh, that's the map. Yeah, I shared it before. I'll share it again. Yeah, not really any more than you said there. Just the time for it to start. So I'll send the map so you can work out where to be in your area. I have made no plans to relocate for the eclipse. For this one, I have made no plans to relocate for the other one that's coming next year. I mean, I don't know. It's the whole thing, you know. It's the whole thing. I'm where I need to be for the eclipses. That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? If I felt like I needed to be there, I'd be there. If I had wanted to be there, I could have stayed in Oregon when it happened there and seen the full-on thing. But I decided it was more of a energy drain, energy play, energy delivery system. I don't know. It just felt wrong for me to be there, so I got out. Just like it doesn't feel like a place I need to go to. So whatever's happening underneath those things is something I don't really think I need to be a part of right now. But that's just me. Your results may vary. You go right ahead. It is not a total eclipse, Liz. It is what they call a ring of fire, because that's how it would work with orbits and stuff, right? When you have the astronomically huge amount of coincidences that somehow coalesced into the fact that 2 hugely different objects in a spinning space paradigm are completely working out like that, and yet this time not quite so much, then whatever. I have no hope to help anyone that still believes that shit stuff. Sorry, Travis. Anybody who still believes that shit stuff.
Silly shit. Yep, and this is how we get
isn't that interesting?
detector triggered.
Well, no, I don't. I muted up to get a little sip of coffee because I'm getting close to the bottom, and then I didn't want to slurple in your ear. So apparently NASA's going to fire some rings, or fire some rockets at the ring, like you would, like the apes would do if they saw it in the sky. Oh, rocks at the thing in the sky. Why are they doing this?
Because it's taking away the sun.
In what an annual entire America, sun will see a drop of sunlight. At the peak of the event, about 90% of the sun will be blocked by the moon. How that affects Earth's upper atmosphere will be the target of the mission, which will be sending 3 sounding rockets launched from White Sands Missile Range, New Mexico, just outside the path of the Ring of Fire. If it succeeds, it will be the first simultaneous measurement taken from different locations in a very special layer of Earth's atmosphere during a solar eclipse. Yeah, that would be true. Planck launches were actually done the same way, but they weren't happening during a solar eclipse. What else? What the rocket will do?
Go up.
Go up.
And come back.
So how wide should the shadow be? It should be smaller, right? Because we had a full solar eclipse last time it came through the United States, and it was 72 miles. But now if the moon appears to be smaller because it's further away, the shadow should be smaller than 72 miles.
Give it
One
that
would
logic
think.
and stuff again.
Do they say how wide it's going to be?
I haven't seen it yet. Find out, shall we?
Well, at least they gave you the time. The article I read didn't even have a time. It just told you where to buy your solar.
Paper optics.
NASA approved paper optics. $20 a pair. Or $1 if you buy them in bulks of 50.
I mean, can't even wear 50 at once.
Yeah. You could try. I mean, yeah, I'm like all over the place.
Oh, sure. You could like.
You want to be super safe.
You want to
So you
glue them
just
to
got-
your hip, I suppose you could. But I'm not sure that's going to protect. Just make sure
Do
you
my
got your
shoes need
sacrificial
protecting?
altar built. Gotta have your sacrificial altar.
Wait.
A stone knife to stand over with as the eclipse is happening.
Okay, hold on to your logic hat. The annual phase. Okay, we got the path of annularity. Okay, the path of annularity is small, averaging only 93 miles wide.
Oh, good. Now that it's a smaller moon, it's going to be considerably larger.
Check again, make sure I didn't misread that or something. No, that is the only size I'm seeing in the article. Now, according to this story, well, now who knew? This is just a generic story. This is not a specific story. We're getting info about all types of solar eclipses in this story, including the fact that during a total solar eclipse, the area where the umbra hits the Earth is called the path of totality, and it is only about 100 miles wide and 10,000 miles long. And yet last time it was how big? 70? Anyway. All right, cool. Moving at 1,000 miles per hour, that shadow is. Now, is that if it's going east to west or west to east? I'll stop. Oh.
It says, I'm reading something, it's not talking about this distinct one, but the moon's umbral shadow is at most 267 kilometers across on the Earth.
All right.
But that doesn't make sense.
Umbral shadow.
Umbro. Domingo.
Didn't they make soccer shorts?
Umbro? Yeah. Umbro. Okay, wait. Umbro is 100 to 160 kilometers wide, while the penumbral diameter is in excess of 6,400 kilometers. Right. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
1 million miles.
Oh, there I go typing with my mute button on again. I'm just trying to play catch up. Sorry. I didn't want the piano to start playing again, so I started talking, and it did no good. Good luck, Dom, for sure, for sure. Heading for a job interview she is super excited about, and we are sending you the good stuff that way.
Oh, it's because light curves during a lunar eclipse, it says.
Of course it does.
Well, why wouldn't it?
American Journal of Physics.
Wouldn't we all be running into each other if that?
I'm going to start this article, but I don't know if I'm going to make it through it.
That's how I am every time I start one of these.
Every time.
American Journal of Physics, estimating the size of Earth's umbral shadow using sky brightness light curves during a lunar eclipse.
Mhm.
Sky brightness light curves. Okay. We present a simple method to estimate the size of Earth's umbral shadow in a classroom setting. The method uses the published sky brightness curves obtained during a total lunar eclipse and requires only a conceptual understanding of lunar eclipses and simple geometric considerations. It is suitable for use in introductory and upper-level astronomy courses. Oh my goodness, then they go into Aristarchus of Samos? Yeah, I'm not reading about that. Yeah, he found that the umbral shadow at the distance to the moon was 2 times the lunar diameter. Right. Okay. The diameter of the umbral shadow averages 2.65 lunar diameters. Whatever. 2.578 lunar diameters if the eclipse occurs at lunar perigee, and 2.735 lunar diameters if the eclipse occurs at apogee. Now, the lunar diameter is like thousands of miles, right? 2,000 miles across?
Something like that.
So the shadow is not 4,000 or 5,000 miles across. That's, what are they talking about? The diameter of the umbral shadow can be as small as 2.578 lunar diameters. Yeah. I don't understand that. Oh, can also be determined using observations of craters during a lunar eclipse. This is ridiculous.
Nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2023. Yeah, if I was Aristarchus or whatever, or Eratosthenes or any of these guys that lived a couple of thousand years ago, allegedly, then yeah, this might be of interest to me. But I just want to know the actual width of it, not how you pretend to find. No, this is ridiculous. This whole thing. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not going to worry about it. I don't think they know. I think there's something there, though. The shadow that goes across the earth. I think there's something to that. I wonder if the shadow. I don't know. I have to think about this. The shadows.
I would like to use an underwater camera pointed from the bottom up as you push a paddle through or move your hand through and create the whirlpool. What would that look like, I wonder?
Ah, yeah. That's a good
Well,
idea.
at one time, I could have almost done that, but now my cover area for my camera itself is quite trashed and cracked and open now, so I don't have the waterproof anymore. And then, was it my last phone that I literally could just like dunk it, no problem, keep it under there, or it's what they said. I never tested it. But yeah, that's like when I went to the pool, when was that, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever. I took my phone into that area of the pool, but you know, I didn't want to be that guy walking around the pool with a camera while everybody's swimming and shit. I'm going, what the fuck's he doing? So I didn't. I'll wait till there's a day I'm there, which will happen. There's like certain times of the day there's just nobody there. So when I can video, of course you guys have already seen it if you've watched the Frisbee demonstration or whatever, but I just want to see it, copy it, going to get a capture of it and see what's going on. But yeah, definitely from underwater. Let's figure that out. Who's got that underwater setup? Hell, you know, I may still have that action camera floating around here somewhere.
Need a P900 mod.
Are GoPros waterproof?
I do. Yeah, they do. Well, if you have the little setup, that's what I'm saying. I had gotten the extra kit for mine that had the little box that made it waterproof, but I don't know where that kit actually is. Because once I messed around with that GoPro for about a couple of month period and realized it was just a whole lot of transferring to that card that I'm going to wind up dropping and losing. After I dropped and lost it, I quit messing with it. So, yeah. I don't even really know where the camera is. I was going to say I know where the camera is, just not the case that would need to go underwater, but I've torn this room apart. Actually, I don't remember seeing that case, so it's got to be stored in another area now. And for that matter, I seem to have a memory of letting my son borrow it for something, perhaps, so he may still have it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I do actually maybe have access to an underwater camera. Let me work on that and see if I can find it at the very least this weekend. Because that wouldn't be too hard to like just shove in a pocket and dive in and have with me instead of walking around with my phone in my hand, videoing things, you know, looking like a weirdo pervert or whatever.
And even if you're in the kiddie pool, because I don't suppose it'd have to be deep, just enough to create the whirlpool and have it pass right over the top of the camera.
It's not a kiddie-friendly area there at the gym. In fact, if you come up there with your children, they separate you from them and put them off in another area in a little room of containment.
Mm-hmm.
They're not allowed to run free as they should be. Anyway.
It's kind of a dangerous
There is a
spot.
smaller pool. It's just not where I need it to be. I do know what you're saying. I knew what you meant. It was just really weird to find that out when we got up there. You know, I'm not a gym person, so I didn't never think about that fact, that it would be non-kid friendly, you know. But yeah, one of the first things you showed us was the containment room. I mean, playroom. No, like our kids will have kids that might come in here soon, possibly, but we're way past that. You see the broke down bodies you're walking around this place and know how old we are. Anyway. But yeah, that could be actually doable if I can put my hands on all the parts I need. I'm actually looking at a box over there in that corner where I relocated a couple things that might actually be the box of the lens or the case or whatever. So it's on. It's on. I just have to find the actual camera.
Have you heard about that bed bug thing going on over in France?
No.
Dude, supposedly, like, it's so bad, people will not sit down because they're getting bed bugs from public transportation. Supposedly, they're, like, everywhere over there right now. I've got 3 articles today talking about traveling back from France and how to not bring bed bugs with you.
So if you do see somebody dancing in their pants in France, you'll know it's the bed bug.
I've never heard of such a thing, and you know,
Civilized society.
yeah, first world countries.
Where we don't have beds made of rope.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or straw or things like that. You know, you have a mattress and all that kind of good stuff and sheets, you know. But apparently they're like everywhere. Like it's getting insane over there, supposedly. And they're having the Olympics there in 9 months. Yeah, supposedly it's like getting way out of control. This is like only the second time I've heard about it. I heard about it a few days ago. And I was like, that's weird. I mean, France is pretty, you know, first world. But yeah, and then I just read an article and they're saying that people are getting them from public transportation on buses and stuff like that. People are scared to sit down on buses. That's just wild. Yeah, another article. Here's how to leave bed bugs behind when you travel home. This is an expert. That's all it says is expert. Doesn't say who wrote this. This is the Mercury News. And everybody acts like they're so small. I mean, it's not a big bug, but it's not like it's bigger than a flea. Amid a large bedbug infestation in France, experts say there are ways to avoid bringing the pest home with you. Yeah, don't go to France.
I mean, surely they can make use of them. Surely there's some French cuisine out there willing to harvest them and start serving them up as a garnish, if nothing else.
Good Lord. They swept through Paris during Fashion Week, I guess. Now there's videos circulating online that shows the insects in public spaces like buses, trains, and movie theaters. That's messed up. I mean, I've heard of, you know, like a person having bed bugs or an apartment building having bed bugs or something like that. Never seen a bed bug, but I've heard of, you know, that happening. But
the entire country's infested, apparently.
Yeah, France is a big country, dude. Get on top of it quick, because if you don't, it's allowed to linger. It reproduces so fast, it can get out of control quickly. Wow. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Ugh. Don't want to see these pictures. Not sharing them with you.
Selfish.
And they want to be close to the food supply, so that's why they call them bed bugs. They just stay in your bed and they eat you at night while you're sleeping. If there's, okay, I don't want to read this anymore. I don't even want these images in my brain.
Where the term sleep tight came from. Because you'd have to tighten up the ropes in your bed so you weren't sagging down and touching the ground and getting infested with bugs. You'd have to
don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yep, you'd have to tighten up your bed. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite. Yep.
Blah. Well, I don't want to go to France anytime soon. Not that I did, but I definitely like.
Man, I was gonna, but now I'm canceling. I decided I wasn't going to go to Flattoberfest, but I was going to go to France. Not now. And who knows how many people from France travel through Las Vegas, so nope.
Shut up.
I'll be at the lookout listening for French accents. Can a raid. Dirty Frenchie.
What?
Right?
Damn it, Josh. I was trying to take it.
At the bright side, they're relatively big, so you'll probably see them. You'll see most of them anyway.
Oh, have you heard of the 0-day attack?
No, all those words you just said, I don't know what they mean when you say them that way.
Internet-wide 0-day bug fuels largest ever DDoS event. So some hacker.
Did they have bed bugs too?
Yeah, I think it's a different type of bug. I think this is those darn pesky computer bugs. Ongoing rapid reset, DDoS, flood attacks exposed organizations need to patch some big number with some letters in there immediately to head off crippling outages and business disruptions. An internet-wide security vulnerability is at the root of a 0-day attack dubbed HTTP-2 rapid reset, which resulted in a distributed denial of service flood that was orders of magnitudes larger than any previous attack ever recorded. Huh.
Well done, I guess.
We'll go see what Jaren's doing. Exploited a bug in the blah, blah, blah protocol, which is used in about 60% of all web applications. Wow. So there's some people scrambling right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That sucks. A computer hacker did it.
That was a gasp of surprise, allegedly.
I guess. So in another bit of selling the fear, at least that's what it feels like to me living here in my state, it seems like the saltwater intrusion is no longer a threat to New Orleans drinking water, which is great news. They had us believing it was going to be the end of days just a week ago. I was having trouble locating bottled water here in my immediate area, even though I'm nowhere near any of those affected areas. The fear got out and made people trip out, and all the water disappeared in my local area. So they got their little fear bug out there and got everybody tripping a little while something was really going on somewhere. Now, don't get me wrong. I know this was a thing. It does happen here just about every season to a point, but again, the way they were talking about it a week ago, it was going to be a big thing, and now it's kind of over.
Isn't that crazy how quickly something just disappears like that? Like you said, the water, it wasn't even an issue around where you are, but still, that fear factor.
Absolutely. And just this last couple of days, I was able to go bottle up again like I needed to. So, yeah, definitely. Here we go. Why is good news? The region was preparing for at least 3 months of undrinkable water. Well, what happened to that? The plan to barge in fresh water and blend it at the intake to reduce salinity levels seems to be working, he said. Seems to be. That being said, some communities further south have had water salt in their water since June. So this has been a lengthier thing. We weren't talking about it in June, no doubt. In fact, I didn't see stories until 2 weeks ago. So, I guess they had kept that in their pocket in case they needed a big distraction. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, it's gone. I forgot.
That's why people keep knocking on my door. I didn't realize it was an election tomorrow here in my area because I kept hearing people, knocking and ringing, and I would go look out and see nice shoes, bottom hems of dresses, and be like, "You're not anybody I know or need to know."
You know what you do? You just yell. Go away! I'm baiting.
Right.
They'll never come back to your house.
The only ones I ever do open the door to is when I see it's like the Jehovah's Witnesses or whatever, and I'm like, "Yeah, come on in, let's talk. Yeah, your Bible there is flat, right?" Like, oh.
No, the earth's flat, right? Oh, okay. You have a great afternoon, sir.
You have a nice day. We're making a little note here. Won't be back.
Why are you knocking on Walter's door?
Knocking on Walter's door.
I.
Yes, you.
So did you know penguins live in Australia?
I mean, I assumed some vacation there, but wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought that was a little bit far from Antarctica to be. But yeah, supposedly there's a type of penguin that lives in southern Australia. Did not know that. And most of them were eaten by foxes, and that's why they're in the article, because they're making a comeback and blah, blah, blah. First one born in the blah, blah, blah in 30 years, yada, yada, yada. Foxes decimated its family. Yeah, they don't seem like, Antarctica is like the only place for them, really. A bird that can't fly with foxes and cats and stuff like that all over. I mean, birds that do fly around here still get caught. I went to go I'm taking care of some friends' cats. And I went over there yesterday, and there was like a bunch of feathers just all over the ground. And it wasn't like, it was definitely that one of the cats got a bird. Yeah, they're awesome hunters, cats. It's just like in their blood.
And what's great is Nacho was always the cat that when we play around in here with the, whatever on the end of a string, she would jump the highest and catch it no matter how fast it was going by. And I'm always said, yeah, if she's ever going to be outside, my neighborhood will be pretty quickly empty of birds. Dude, I hardly ever hear morning songbirds in my area anymore. So she's probably frightened them away more than taking them all out, I would guess. Just the fact there's a cat on the prowl outside. But yeah, she's definitely the hunter of the group. I did finally drop that solar eclipse tracker in the chat, so I had it not bookmarked, but in my, what's that thing that you do when you got clipboard? Lord, have mercy. So before I forget and lose it, I dropped it for everyone there.
So Elon got passed up as richest guy.
Who got it now?
Bernard Arnault?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of him. But he owns I think Louis Vuitton and all those things that I don't ever wish to own.
No, right? Our care.
A $10,000 handbag. But it was made by Louis Vuitton.
It wasn't.
No, it was made by some little 10-year-old Chinese guy.
Right. Little 7-year-old Filipino with fine stitching ability.
Oh, but sales are slowing down in luxury items right now. He only made $17 billion last year. Poor guy. Good Lord. A new species of ancient shark discovered at a Kentucky park. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to picture Kentucky in my head. Let's see. Landlocked. Yeah.
Shark.
So how the fuck did that happen?
It had to come up the old Mississippi. Bull shark attacks in Iowa. Could you imagine getting attacked by a shark in Iowa? Like you go tell your buddy, oh man, you hear Jack got attacked by a shark. Oh man, what did he go out to California or like no, he was down at the river.
He was at Walmart.
Land shark. Trick or treater.
Land shark.
Is Saturday Night Live even still on? Do they still do Saturday Night Live?
I don't know.
Yes. It's still
yeah,
on,
they do, because
no,
yesterday I
really
almost
do it.
puked in my mouth because the advertisement went by for showing who's currently going to be hosting it this week. And I'm like, really? That dude is still like even on a screen in front of me, let alone hosting a show? That talentless fuck. Sorry.
Which one? Jimmy Kimmel?
I don't even know his name, but when I saw him, I'm like, that talentless fuck. He's got like these dark circles under his eyes. He's allegedly a comic actor or a comedian, but he's less funny than like
Seth
anyone.
Rogen?
Like he's not funny. I don't know what his name is. I really don't.
I think it's that jackass that all the women in Hollywood go crazy for, and you're like,
Right, that's him. Because that's where I saw him before. That made me sick. Was all these chicks talking about how he's all that. I'm like, what is going on? Who's? I guess he went straight to Satan's cock. Oh, I'm sorry, ladies.
kind of funny, but I want to hate on him regardless. He had a TV show saw a couple episodes of there for a minute. I forget what.
Really, he was actually on a show. How? He has no. I mean, oh my god, the guy has no talent. There's no talent there. There's no talent. He looks like a fucking like crack fiend or a heroin addict or something.
If you got the last name of Rothschild or Rockefeller, they find you a job, Walt. You know that. I mean, look at Anderson Cooper. That guy's got no talent, and he's been doing it for decades now.
Sorry. I'm all out of sorts. I better stop before I say more ugly stuff, because I'm completely triggered, obviously, by this fucking dude.
I still can't remember the damn dude's name either.
Does Shell think he's sexy? Is that what it is?
Not at all. Oh, not at all. Not at all. He reacted the same way as I did when all that was going on. I was like, what in the? Who is this idiot? I'm like, I don't even know where he came from and why he's now so whatever. Obviously, like I said, he did his ritual. He went straight to the spigot. He didn't mess around with the lowerlings.
I'm not going to say it.
Which is why I muted, because I'm getting ugly again. I'm so sorry. God, why am I so triggered by this dude? I got to work that out.
So a man who swindled 5 free cars from Tesla gets a 4-year sentence. So this is like Tesla news. This is called Electrek.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
And then it says Tesla in like big letters above the article. A man who managed to swindle Tesla into giving him one free car after another has received a 4-year sentence for the fraud. Okay, what fraud? The wild story first hit our radar back in 2019 when we reported on the remains of a burned Tesla Model X being spotted on a frozen lake, Champlain in Vermont, pictured above. At the time, there was absolutely no information about how the electric vehicle ended up on the frozen lake. It took another 2 years for us to learn of the man behind the strange sight. In 2021, we reported on the Office of the United States Attorney for the District of Vermont bringing a case against Michael A. Gonzalez, a 32-year-old man from Colchester, Vermont. When the vehicle was first discovered, our leading theory was insurance fraud. According to the indictment, the theory turned out to be accurate, but the backstory is much crazier than we could have expected. The U.S. Secret Service and the Vermont Department of Motor Vehicles revealed that Gonzalez exploited Tesla's purchasing system to buy vehicles and take possession while not allowing the final payment to go through. He would then sell the vehicles to used dealerships or individuals online. How does that work? I mean, isn't that what titles and stuff like that are for? How do you buy something, not make a final payment, and get proof of ownership to where then you could actually sell it? It had to be more than just not making a payment and then, okay, let's see. Okay, for each vehicle, Gonzalez made an initial payment for approximately $2,500 and then arranged for electronic fund transfers to cover the balance of the vehicle's price from accounts with insufficient funds or from fictitious accounts. He took delivery of the vehicles from Tesla before Tesla discovered his failure to complete the final payments. Okay, so he resold or attempted to resell 4 of the 5 vehicles. Well, how many did he sell? I mean, you can attempt to sell something and not sell it 4 out of 5 times, right? I mean, did he sell 1 of them? Did he sell 4 of them? The burned Model X found on the frozen lake was the 5th and last Tesla vehicle to be part of Gonzalez's scheme. He wasn't able to sell the vehicle and decided to torch it and make a fraudulent insurance claim instead. Blah, 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 4 years in prison. Pleaded guilty to 5 counts of possessing and disposing of stolen vehicles that had crossed state lines. Huh. The business guru Elon Musk. I mean, I don't understand though. You need proof of ownership to go sell a car. It's not like you go down to the dealership and say, hey, I'd like to sell you my car for this much money, and they hand you money and then you hand over the keys and that's it. It doesn't work that way. Especially with newer cars. You might find some shady dealer that, used car salesman that'll turn his head or this or that. I'm sure that goes on a lot. But a newer Tesla, come on. I'm not buying. I don't know. That just sounds stupid to me. And he did it 5 times. They didn't catch him till the 5th time. Someone gives you $2,500 for a $40,000 car and then skips payments and you sell them another car? I mean, what year is this? This isn't 1989 where everything was done on paperwork and you could, travel a couple town over and they'd have no idea that this took place.
We'll just write him a bad check.
Yeah, exactly. They'll never know. It's going to take a couple weeks before they figure it out. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. That just sounds like some really shitty accounting on Tesla's part. 5 times? Come on.
Well, gents, it's that
It is that time.
Oh, wow. It surely snuck up on us. I wasn't even seeing the time. Damn. In fact, coincidentally, whatever, I was going to say Liz did ask an interesting question about the break music we used to feature leading into our bumper music, whatever, such as that awesome disco tune you had pumping for us. So we may need to replay a few of those. I need to get access to them again. I don't know where I have them, though. Somewhere in files, buried. That being said, what are we listening to? Oh, it's already after the top of the hour. Are we going to listen to anything?
I could probably use some time.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have, well, Mellow Yellow. I've got Rub, got Ren queued up. I think those are the only ones that I've got queued up and ready to go.
Whatever you have, ready to go. I hadn't heard
You
Ren
have
in a
an
minute.
electrical banana.
You broke up. What happened to your banana?
I said, do you have an electrical banana? That's in Mellow Yellow. Electrical banana. Yeah, Donovan was. Oh shit! I am proud of that one.
Oh, I've got it. All right, yo.
Woogie, 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 woogie.
I guess we could run out some Ren. Been a minute since we've heard Ren.
I love Ren.
If you guys would actually like to hear Ren, make sure you head on over to freeworld.fm so you can hear the unadulterated version. I'm about to adulterate it. OBS, the YouTube stream, so YouTube doesn't strike me, but for some reason they find a reason, seems like every week, to strike me for something, somewhere, somehow. So there's always commercials on all of our stuff because somebody wants a piece of our action. Believe it or not. This is where the action is, here on the Ironworx, right here, freeworld.fm. Stick around. We shall be right back after this with more fun and exciting stuff that is the Ironworx. We'll be right back.
I'm the shepherd, know your place to lead me, know your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more the same than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone, fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys ran nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective, that thing me neglected. Okay, you wanna be a big deal, next you meet Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that, man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Well, mate, we've heard it all before. Oh, she sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you, say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash, I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in the blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of the storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So clever of the man I've become, when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, Iroquois me to different sides. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
If you haven't done your deep dive on Ren, I highly suggest you do it. There are so many good ones out there. Some of my favorites.
Oh my goodness, there's so much good stuff. In fact, he just released a new, I think it was part 3, wasn't it, of the Money Game song? Yeah, a couple days ago. Yeah, 15 hours ago. Yeah, definitely. I saw people dropping links to their songs they like to in chat. So if you haven't, go dig in, go dig deep.
Yeah, some of his busking is great. Just out there on the streets.
Right. And the other guy, damn it. Well, there's been a few other guys, but there's one especially that just always gets to me. Damn it. Trying to scroll through and find it, but there's so many. I don't see it right offhand. Genesis, was it? No, that's just him. I don't know. When I find it, I'll drop it. Oh, here, I think somebody asked for this actual Iron song. If you haven't, I'll drop it.
Walking Actual says, Ren does need a new barber. Something about the Brits, I don't know. There was a movie many years ago called Green Street Hooligans.
Hooligans?
Yeah, the Green Street Hooligans. And that was the first time I remember seeing like that weird haircut. And it was described as a dodgy haircut. One of the guys sitting in the bar, one of the hooligans. And then he was just introducing the American to all the hooligans, and this chap here with the dodgy haircut name was, he had that weird sort of, looks like I just did it myself with no mirror set of clippers and only got halfway done type of haircut. I don't know what the deal is with it, but pretty popular over there for one reason or another. Well, there was a TV show there too that made it pretty popular since then. I forget.
Yeah, I keep thinking of a movie with the lead guy and that he's got that haircut. Oh, man.
The last time I cared about what my hair looked like, it was Tool Time. I wanted to have hair like the middle boy. I forget their names. But the perfectly straight, parted down the middle, hanging over the ears. I had curly hair and I could not make my hair straight. I couldn't. I used to I'd get out of the shower and I'd put a hat on and try to keep it straight. And I'd take it off like an hour later and it'd be straight for about 20 minutes. And then the curls would start. Zoop. Yeah, but that was the last time I cared. I was like 14, 15. That was the last time I cared about what my hair looked like. Then I found the Beatles. Just quit caring about stuff like that. That's when I just started letting my hair grow. I was like, I don't care. It's just I'll let it see what it's gonna do.
Which brings me to an interesting question. Excuse me. I, as you may or may not have noticed, have a bit longer hair. And it's, you know, when summer gets here every year and I'm dealing with the sweating and trying to do things and outdoors, being on a boat, I mean, anything, it becomes a like troublesome thing. And I'm not digging the whole man bun or anything like a ponytail, because it's, you know, your hair is all tensed up and it leads to you being all tensed up. Unfortunately, that is just a fact. So I don't like them, or for me it is anyway. So it becomes a like threat every summer for me to just get rid of it, shave it off, get it over with. And Michelle's always, no. So then we all find out or have discovered some things that lead us to believe, how about that? That there's some things about the hair that we weren't informed about that, well, you know, actually we were informed. There's a little tale about a guy named Samson. But anyway, you hear that, you know, the hair is very important to your spiritual, whatever, connection, ability to interact with the other, the ether, the whatever, almost like antenna type situations. But if you're in a situation, say your local water has a sudden saltwater intrusion, or you live in an area where every other month you get a letter from the water treatment people saying that, oh yeah, 6 months ago you should not have been using that water at all. What the fuck were you thinking? We had so much shit in it killing you. Dummy, what were you doing using that water? So yeah, they put, I mean, I'll be in the other room when Michelle turns the tub on and run her bath water, and I smell the chemicals in it. It's so overly chemified. And so if you do wash your hair with that crap, after a while it starts like just destroying your hair, no matter what products you try. And if you start using those products, it also is destroying your hair. So then you get these dead split ends that become a thing. If you have longer hair, you know what I mean. And not only does it become unsightly, it causes more tangling when you're sleeping and just the whole thing. So then it's like, okay, well, I've got to get this. That's who it was. Thank you so much, Ona. Ren and Damien. Yes. Anyway, so then it becomes a thing of like, okay, I've got to get it trimmed off to get some of this crap dealt with so it can grow healthier. Isn't that correct? Ladies, I guess I should be talking to some guys in chat who might have that longer hair, because I literally haven't been to a barber stylist in, well, since the karaoke days. Like when I was out thinking I was a rock star and had somebody who was doing my hair on a regular basis. It was a friend of mine's girlfriend who would go with us to karaoke, who was keeping and that's what she would tell me, you got to keep it trimmed to keep it growing healthily and da-da-da-da-da. And she was doing it. I wasn't having to worry about it, wasn't paying much at all. So it was just a thing. But once stopped going, basically, I guess 8-10 years ago, we started the shows on Friday nights. Just why, you know, why do I need to let it grow and become an Indian and all those things? So yeah, it's been a while. So talk to me. Is that something that does work? Austin, he's in chat. He's got longer hair, or he had longer hair. I guess that's anyway. I'm just looking for some help, some answers. What do I do with this mess? Said Liz washes the shampoo off her hair after about 30 seconds. See, and that's a whole other thing. Like, I've looked into that idea, the fact that washing out the oils, like, okay, so the whole industry of shampoo and conditioner is built on you washing out the natural oils and then replacing those with their chemical oils. What? I mean, to me, that's the dumbest thing ever. Go hop in a pool. Right, long hair don't care is what Austin says. Just go hop in a pond and shake it a little bit and you're good to go. I swear my hair used to look the best when we lived in Mississippi, where I would go to a creek every day of the summer and be just naturally running around, letting it dry in the wind. So maybe that's what I should do, is just stop washing it completely. Huh. Yeah, I do it about twice a week, Austin, actually. I have really retreated from that because of the idiocy of washing out those oils and replacing them with chemicals. My brother and I had a little discussion about that, I guess, while I was there at his house, and he kind of was doing the same thing. It just seems to help better. Yeah, I definitely don't do it every day. Definitely. And I try to keep other, I don't use products, like any of the gels or pieces, anyway. And that is another thing. Ross Hoss in chat, Iron Horse. My hair actually feels much nicer after a good shampoo and conditioner. There are certain products I have here that they're the cheaper end of things. They're not even like high end. Oh, I paid a lot for these. They're like the crap I just grab off the shelf. And it was like, yeah, it's like it just does something about that silkiness, that shine. I don't know, but that's not good stuff. And I have tried the whole natural stuff, like what's the guy? The bottle's covered with like scripture and all kind of hippie stuff on it. Doctor somebody. Come on, help me. Doctor who? Dr. Ben?
Dr. Bronner.
There it is. That guy.
That's the only thing I put on my body ever.
Well, see, it's supposed to be one of those all over things. Like you're supposed to be able to wash your hair with it. So I gotten it for the whole natural aspect of it and gotten it and was loving the way it felt on my body. Dude, put that stuff on long hair. It is not a great idea unless you have a super duper conditioner to get those knots out, because it gets rid of all of your natural oils and it just becomes a big rat's nest for me anyway, because I have like a finer hair that kind of, anyway, I don't know why I got off on this topic. I guess I've lost my mind anyway, but yeah, thank you guys for the help there in chat. So basically, yeah, I'm going to just let it do its thing. Thank you, Valley Parks. I see that. Yeah, I've seen that too, and have wondered, but I'm one of these people who feels this world of odors is to hide our natural everything. Like, we would know so much more about each other if we weren't walking around coated with scents. I'm speaking about the soap that they're recommending there in chat, and I've seen it, I've smelled it, and I went, oh, it's just way too much scent in one little package for me. I'm just, yeah. That's Liz saying hair is apparently self-cleaning. That's kind of where I'm landing on the cleaning part of it. I just don't know what to do with the cutting or what not with it, what to do with that. Anyway, move on. We have 30 minutes. We're not going to finish it in the salon. Wait, what is that? I don't know.
Me, Walt, and Zack sitting under the hair dryers.
Right. Just dissing away. Man. So what happens now?
No, we died.
Really? So apparently there is a Melodome, Austin in chat saying there is a, oh man, where's the first part? It moved. Apparently there's a plant that creates a natural hair cleanser. You squeeze the bud of the plant and this gel comes out that smells so good and is good for your hair, supposedly. Interesting. If you find out the name of that, let me know. I'm always up for putting goo in my hair. I mean, over the years with my mom and my sister, I mean, dude, in the 70s, there were so many crazy things people would do, like beer in the hair before the whole beer shampoo came out. Mayonnaise. Oh, I can still remember my sister and my mom doing that and trying to talk me into it. I'm like, good. I'm good. I'll pass on mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
So apparently it's a natural thing. Well, I only pick up stuff that's non-floral and non. I'm talking about the soap that Amdo was recommending there in chat. I'm very like, yeah. Red Daz's comment. Apparently Bowser from Shanana used to use KY jelly on his hair.
Ah.
Looking at that dude, I wouldn't doubt it.
Little Kentucky jelly.
I'm doing my arm, but you can't see it. Anyway, dude, that was like crazy when I was like growing up, and that would come on late at night here. And I would go like, "What the fuck am I watching? What is this?" It was like I had slipped into some other dimension or something. It was so nuts. That was like, that would come on, and it would be immediately followed by the Charlie Chan Racist Theater. I mean, Charlie Chan Theater, which I used to love. And it was so racist for so many reasons. Mr. Chan, good gracious alive, Mr. Chan. Oh, but I kid the old racist movies. Oh, my God. But yeah. It was a whole thing. Uh-oh, you got me a video to help me out, Austin. I will check it out, Amda. You have just led me to try it. I've looked at it, I picked it up, I've almost had it in my hand. Well, the other part of this is, though, I'm very skin crap sensitive because of, Mom doing her good American duty and getting me all vaccinated as a youth. My allergy system is haywire beyond measure. So for me to try new products like that, new shampoos, new body cleansing things, yeah, it's truly a leap of faith, and I hope I don't react, because 9.8 times out of 10 I'm just about will. I pretty much go with a colloidal, oatmeal-y, real limited ingredient type thing for my body, but I've looked at it. I will look at it. If I break out, I'm sending you the pictures. Oh, that was gross. Sorry.
I am ready for Flattoberfest.
Nice. How many days?
We're leaving in 6 days, next Thursday.
Yeah, I need to get packed, it sounds like.
Right around the corner. If you don't have tickets yet, you can find them at flatearthfestivals.com.
To millions of people who are continually pale and washed out, weak and run down.
What the hell?
Doctors will tell you that these conditions are often caused.
That was really weird.
Huh.
That was really
I see
weird.
you, Bill. Will. What's up, brother?
Fucking with. Pardon my language.
And if you do go to buy
Ghosts in the machine. Oop, I'm sorry. Go.
just make sure you use promo code Thanks Bob, and it'll get you 10% off. Yeah, I haven't flown in a while. Since 2019, I think. The first Flattoberfest. It's been a minute.
Oh, I thought of somebody you need to add to the map, man. It just hit me last night. I was looking at some gold and some silver, and suddenly it was like, oh, do you have Doc Michael on the map somewhere? Or have we just been so
Yeah, he
busy?
was going to go in the Hall of Legends.
Well, I thought you had said it, and then it didn't happen. So I thought, well, maybe it didn't happen, and we forgot. I keep saying we because I keep throwing ideas at y'all. I'm not doing anything. This is strictly Nemo and Zack's baby. I keep saying we just because I've been the one that's been fussing at him about stuff when it doesn't act right or whatever. Hey, I'm stuck on this hill. Hey, there's a wolf eating my face off, whatever. So yeah, that's my contribution, is bitching about the map. Other than that, though, they've been killing it. But yeah, dude, that just hit me last night. It's like, wow, I hadn't seen him yet because I've looked, not have though. I'm saying
Yeah,
that
every
you
time I
guys
go
do.
to put in, our fallen comrades, I just start pulling all these different names out, and it's like, well, okay, I'm gonna have to
Right.
build like a monument or something somewhere, maybe near the
There
North
you
Pole
go. That would be awesome. Yeah,
or something
that would
like
be
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking A. Fucking A. Well, real quick before we get out of here, well, I thought we were closer than this. I see Jeremy in chat is having some trouble with his cats. Apparently, the mom the mom isn't nursing for the kittens. So, looking for a formula that someone might know. I don't. It's been years when I was growing up. I'm sure we didn't know enough not to just grab milk and give it to them, you know, if they were not being nursed. And that was usually my sister's department. So I never. Goat milk, Laura in chat is telling us.
I did figure out a way, because the memory's smaller now on the map, to like when I'm up on top of the spawners up in the sky, I can see everything. Like I'm across the map from David's boat. You know how the boat used to, you'd only see like part of it. And then like the rest would look like you could see right through it. It didn't render in yet. Well, I fixed that to where while you're up here, you could see every building. Even from all the way across the map, you could see all the buildings. You're never going to see anything like Mark Sargent's lighthouse. You know, when you're over across on the East Coast, you don't see the lighthouse until you get a little bit closer. But that's not going to happen anymore. You should be able to see everything from everywhere at all times.
Right. Yeah, I was noticing that the other day, but I just figured it was because there was so much of the glitchy thing happening that we were dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, the draw distance.
Yeah. But yeah, I got it fixed now, so there will be none of that.
I did not. Oh yeah, it looks like I've been booted off of butt again.
Who's that?
I don't know. I mean, see what the hell's going on.
I was at.
What the fuck? Hold on. Hold on. What the fuck is going on? I'm not sure.
Immense power of solar storms. Okay, how it works. Carbon-14, the rarest carbon isotope on the planet, is primarily formed by cosmic rays emitted by the sun through solar flares and coronal mass ejections interacting with the Earth's atmosphere. The radioactive carbon isotope can eventually be absorbed by living organisms like trees, plants, and animals throughout their lifetimes. Scientists use C14 levels and its radioactive decay rate to estimate how long an organism has been dead. A process called radiocarbon dating, which is nonsense. Okay, but the amount of C14 in certain organisms can also reflect how abundant the isotope was in the atmosphere and, by extension, the amount of solar activity present at a given time. By extension. So, the amount of C14 in certain organisms can, not does, can also reflect how abundant. Okay, so when does it, can't it? Trees are ideal for determining atmospheric C14 levels because they capture yearly records of Earth's past climate in their annual growth rate. And then they say the team of scientists discovered evidence of the storm by measuring the levels of C14 in rings of ancient pine trees that lived in the French Alps more than 14,000 years ago. Now, how do they know that?
Right.
They found a sharp increase followed by of C14 levels precisely 14,300 years ago, followed by a gradual decrease in the following years. Yeah, but okay, this doesn't look like a very big tree. It definitely doesn't have even 1,000 rings. You know, this isn't like, I don't know. This is just stupid. What they found. Yeah, now you're just repeating yourself. They hypothesized that an abrupt spike was likely from a massive solar storm that was probably 2 times larger than all other major storms on record. Yeah. Yeah. To verify their hypothesis, the researchers turned to ice cores, or cylinders of ice drilled from ice sheets and glaciers.
That's how the thing started. I'm just saying.
I just saw a video about the thing and how it was like groundbreaking for its time.
Dude, it was so fucking phenomenal. So phenomenal. And I'll be honest, if they hadn't messed up that new prequel thing that happened in like 2011 with the horrible CGI, it would have been a decent little story to lead into that story, but you know.
It's clobbering time.
That's absolutely correct.
They detected a rare chemical compound in the Mona Lisa, illuminating Leonardo's process.
Mona Lisa, men have named you. Go ahead.
So this is from
Sure, we're going to strike for that probably. Oh,
News. By Tessa Solomon. The Mona Lisa, one of the world's most famous and most studied paintings, still has secrets to tell. Scientists recently used X-rays to inspect the chemical structure of a speck of the painting. And the findings suggest that Leonardo da Vinci may have been experimenting with his style during its creation. Per research published Wednesday in the Journal of the American Chemical Society, the oil paint used by the Italian Renaissance artist in the base layer of the Mona Lisa has a chemical composition distinct from his other works, and even those made by his famous contemporaries. The presence of a rare chemical compound named plumbonacrite, something like that, Plumbonacrite, plumbonacrite, has confirmed a long-held theory. Yeah, isn't it?
Easy for you to say.
Among art historians, that Leonardo utilized lead oxide powder to thicken and dry the paint layers of the Mona Lisa. He was someone who loved to experiment, and each of his paintings is completely different technically. Victor Gonzalez, the study's lead author and a chemist at France's CNRS, told the Associated Press. The scientist, a prominent research body, partnered with art historians on the project. In this case, it's interesting to see that indeed there is a specific technique for the ground layer of Mona Lisa, Gonzalez added. The paper stresses how incredible it was to even detect the plumbonacrite,
Bless you.
given its minuscule remnants. The speck of paint was nearly invisible to the naked eye and slimmer than a strand of hair. They examined its atomic structure using X-rays produced by a synchrotron, a machine that accelerates charged particles through magnetics until they nearly reach light speed. Right. It isn't the first time that this has been detected in the work of old masters. Rembrandt, suggesting that the same or very similar painting recipes have been passed down through the centuries. And that's about it. Blah, 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 blah. We are barely scratching the surface. What we are saying is just a little brick more in the knowledge. Pretty much give them more money so they can discover more interesting things about this very old painting.
I promise you that inside this glass vial is the paint chip that we hope to use to X-ray.
You can't see it.
You can't see it, but I promise you it's there.
And you don't have an instrument that can see it. But take our word for it.
But here's what we found, and we've just scratched the surface.
It's science.
Literally, just scratched the surface.
So how do they, what did they remove that paint chip? Did it fall off and they found it? How'd they find that thing? They never really get into that part of it. Because eventually you do enough tests and you're not going to have any painting left. Just saying.
That's why they had to use Flex paint.
Now, don't they have to do things to these paintings to keep them from just disintegrating? This is just, take it with a grain of salt, but I was watching this, what movie was it? It was a comedy, and she was going home for Christmas. It's like a Christmas holiday movie. She was an art something or other in New York. I forget. It's funny. But like her job was to restore old paintings. And she would do it with like egg yolk and other things like that.
Ghostbusters 2.
You know, Ghostbusters. I don't.
It's Vigo.
So yeah, they were showing her job was to like restore these old paintings by adding certain, chemicals to it to make sure the paint, like the cracks in the paint, kind of grew back together almost, or to fill them in, and this and that. And she was going like with a very, very the finest type of brush you could use, and doing like little tiny dots and stuff like that. It was weird, but when I think about it, you would almost have to do that to these paintings that are out in the air, or
the reason they developed, or not, I don't know that's necessarily it, but okay, so I know Daz is in chat. I'm sure he's got all kind of details in here, but basically the reason paintings are what they are, the oil paints are like, they're waterproof, they're they're pretty, well, there you go. Oil paints are waterproof and basically indestructible other than by heat. Like one of the things that they drilled into us in art class during art history and when we were actually doing assignments was the longevity of art. Yeah, there's that whole pop art movement where you can just put a fucking banana on the wall and it's art, but the ability to have this thing last at least 300, like that was the minimum thought process, was it needs to last 300 years, period. After that, then, well, you may have to start preserving it or touching it up with whatever, but that was part of it, is the...
Yeah, she wasn't doing it with anything modern.
So, I mean, that was just one of the things that they hammered into us over and over, because there were a few projects that I would do, that people in class would do, that were a bit nebulous, if you will, The parts that you use for a, I don't know, like I'm trying to think of specific something. So, okay, so I did a project where blah, 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 and there was a prosthetic leg involved in it, and there was a wooden cross off of a church involved in it, and on that cross I had put a Halloween skeleton. It was a whole thing. And I got points off because that skeleton wouldn't last. It would have not, because I didn't do anything to preserve it. I just had it as part of it. It would have been gone within a couple of years, kind of thing. Just that kind of crap. I don't know. Just that was part of it. Daz is saying oil paints turn into a flexible membrane. Right, they are. Yeah, and even acrylics that are a later development are pretty hardy. In fact, if you messed around and left them dry, and then you're, I used to use like this little egg crate thing that I would put my paints in so I could blend them and stuff. But if you left them in there and came back, you would have a nice little puck you could play with. So yeah. But we should get an artist in here that knows more about that stuff. Daz, what are you doing in about 12 hours? Excuse me. What? I'm going to Laura's place. Apparently her neighbors just opened an ice cream parlor. Takes me back. Just let me know, Laura, if they know how to make an ice cream soda. No, not a shake, not a malt, an ice cream soda. If they don't know what an egg cream is, then just move on. Move on. Oh man. Like at Carvel growing up, well, where I lived there for a little while, I didn't have them my whole life growing up, but when we were living in Miami, there was like 2 Carvels within walking distance of our house. And a Dollar Theater. We were talking about those not long ago. So that was kind of like a daily grind, was going to that Dollar Theater and then walking over to Carvel and trying a new flavor of ice cream soda, because that was a new thing in my life for me. And then went to other places and, they didn't have a clue. What's up, Chris? Getting the chat late. That's cool. You got here. That's what matters. Root beer float, Don said. Yeah, I love that as well. That is my jam. You got me.
The root beer float's pretty good. I like just a plain old, even like a white soda, 7-Up or Sprite, or like a ginger ale.
I like the ginger ale. There's something about I don't know. If I'm doing it lemony in there, I want it to be like a sherbet. Like I'll do a pineapple or an orange sherbet and make that float with the lemon lime soda type thing. But with the ginger ale works really well to me with like a just normal ice cream. Yep. That being said, I also will take orange juice and make a float with vanilla ice cream because I also grew up in the era where there was this thing that existed at the mall called an Orange Julius, which basically is an ice cream float.
Yeah, I used to love those things. We had one of those in the mall.
Oh yeah,
Mall.
That was another grind. It was the ritual of the mall was definitely you hit Julius when you got there. And you tried not to suck it all too quick, so you had that layer of ice that had no flavor. You kept it stirred up in there. Or you said fucking sucked it down and you got that last inch ice. They came back in our area. I don't know if this is across the country or whatever. They came back at DQ here in our area. It was like suddenly on the sign there in Lafayette. It was like, what? Me and Michelle like, just turned around, went back, pulled in, got it, took a sip. I was like, oh, no, this is not it. I don't know what abomination they think that is now, but that is not an Orange Julius.
Yeah. And that sucked.
Yep. That sounds good, Jax. An alcoholic sorbet. Yeah, back when I did enjoy a little alcohol, I discovered ice cream daiquiris here in my area. Because, where I live, you have drive-in daiquiri shops. You pull up, they hand it to you out the car with tape across it. That's a sealed container. So, now whether you decide to stick that straw in there and start sipping, that's your problem, Mr. Officer. But anyway, yeah, that was bad to have access to that. And then a good friend of mine that I worked with at the casino, his family opened one, and dude, it was nuts. Like, they were so freaking good. You couldn't go to that place and not sit in line for like 25 minutes, ever. Daytime, nighttime, whatever. And they kept it going for about, I guess, 8-9 years. And then just family, they had new kids, wanting to spend more time with the young kids, whatever. And so they decided to get rid of the place and sell it. And they were literally like it was a bidding war to get their recipe book from them. Like people wanted it for their shops and stuff. It was nuts. It was really nuts, the stuff they had. I don't know what the secrets were. I would try to make them at home and nothing would compare to theirs. So it was just good stuff. I don't encourage anyone to, drink and drive or anything like that. Not at all. Excuse me. Oh, hell, we've done this thing.
Yeah, damn near.
Then we're going to do it again.
Dude, it.
Dude.
I have reached out to a couple of folks. I think you noticed it there on, or at least one of them there on the old TWIP, but have yet to receive replies yet that I've noticed. And I usually include my email. I'm so sorry. Coffee got me bad there when I took a sip. But I usually include my email just because it's easier than me clicking 3 buttons to log into our email. Oh my God. Anyway, we don't know, Liz. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. We don't know. I really haven't jumped all full bore with both feet into inviting people in until things are a little more
settled. Yeah.
Settled. Right now things are still kind of I saw a couple of computers go through with some of the sales that happened for I don't know what fucking reason, but I kept getting like alerts and things, so I went to look, and there were definitely some parts on sale, but altogether it would have been a whole like study for you to figure out what you wanted out of all that, and they were very quick, day over kind of thing. So, and then there were a couple of lower end machines that weren't nearly in the price range, or those that Paul had sent you, and you know, so still looking. We're working on it, but nothing really rang a bell for anything that I showed him, or he was like, nah, I wouldn't. You're looking at a whole lot of upgrading at that point, you know. So yeah. But that being said, you're going to be on the show if you'd like to, Liz, as you're awesome, and I heard you've been working on your metal growl, so I can't wait. Oh, she said she'll be back in about 6 years. Oh, wow. Damn. It took you 6 years to get here, I guess. Good luck, Don. Break a leg or whatever you need to do over there.
Smash some kneecaps. Do whatever you need to do.
Whatever you need to do.
By any means necessary, Don. Yeah, we're rolling up on it. We only got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
We'll be there.
Ooh, I need to get up.
Well, what?
They count me in. I did it. Yep, that's what I needed.
This dude.
Now I'm up.
Get on the scene.
Liz said her vocal growl needs perfecting. All right. Well, I forgot. It's too late now. Maybe you'll see the cat video later today. Who knows? Oh, wait, I could. It's already on. Oh, Walter, never mind. It'll be there. I've already got it accessible, and I wasn't even thinking about it. I just completely forgot to pick up my phone and send it, but then I remember it. Oh, it's already on Telegram. Duh. All right. So that's one thing I can contribute to the show.
Love y'all.
Love you guys.
Thank y'all so much.
I'm going to have to get off early, take a nap. I'm tuckered. All right. Make sure you guys tune in tonight. There's a good chance we will be here. Or have no sphere. At least not on freeworld.fm where we are right now.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, we'll be on that tuber thing. That tuber thing.
We look forward to seeing you all there. If you don't see us tonight, then you will find us next week. Right back here. Till then, be good. Be well. We love you.